what, y'all? You know what? No, I heard Vanessa Williams say this on a documentary she was on, and it was bringing up about the Miss America thing back in the 80s with her, and then she said this quote. She said the best revenge is success. Ain't that simple? That's simple but profound. That's simple indeed. Yeah. And then they ended up, years later, they ended up making her a judge of the Miss America pageant and apologizing to her and giving her honor years later. But that part of the documentary really hit me hard. It hit hard. It goes for these damn pastors and these preachers that they know what they're doing. They intentionally disregard you. They ain't overlooking you. They see you. They know you. They intentionally don't acknowledge you. They intentionally don't honor you. They intentionally treat you like you invisible, like you don't matter. You know, which is the worst. You know, that's like an absentee father. It's like an absentee father, you know, or a father that's physically there and emotionally not there. That's narcissistic as I don't know what. You know, they know that spiritual son or that member or whatever have daddy issues or have dysfunctional family dysfunction. You know, they see it a mile away. They know, just like the neighborhood that they set up in. The best revenge for a motherfucker like that is success. I ain't talking about money success. You know, I ain't talking about the kind of success like what you think. I mean, money come with it now, but no contact. No contact them. Cut them off. That's the first step. No contact. Second step is spiritual. Is spiritual success. When you level up spiritually, oh my God, them demons, that daggone narcissist can't stand that. When you level up and you know who you are in Christ, and you ain't shook. You ain't shook by them. You know, you ain't that. You moved on. You moved on, and you moved on. You had a higher frequency, a higher level than they are, and you know it. You ain't greed. You ain't pressed You ain't you ain't desperate for their attention. You don't want nothing from them. You don't want to see him. You don't want to be around him. You don't want to be around their members or their groupies or people that they influence. You don't want nothing to do with them. You don't want nothing to do with the teaching. You don't want to do with anything, any memory, anything connected with them. You don't want nothing to do with the toxic. And you recognize it. You so woke spiritually that it doesn't affect you physically. It doesn't do you physical harm, which is what they want. They want to physically take you out. They want to physically harm you. You know, they want to physically, they meet you when you're young and they want to physically do you physical harm. It's like King Saul. King Saul was jealous of David, and David played the harp to calm them evil spirits down, to calm the spirits down. And Saul was throwing spears at him, javelin, wanted to kill him, wanted to take him out and kill him. And you get to the point where you don't even, your spirit is on a whole nother level, whole nother place. You know your angels, you people, God be sending people your way that truly love you. Send your destiny helper, putting people in your life that really, really, really want you to shine. That's true success right there. True success. And then it turns to financial blessing. Then it gets to financial breakthrough and wealth. You be jumping from paycheck to paycheck to being an entrepreneur to being wealthy. As your soul is wealthy, as your soul prosper. Y'all, uh, yo, but I had to drop that down. I just had to drop that because it's a lot of y'all out there that that's like giving up hope. Like when is my blessing gonna come? Like why I'm still at the same, it felt like you at the same level that you was 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 30 years, whatever. But trust me, you're not at the same level. You, you're not the same person you were then. And that devil know it. And people that gang stalk you and and blacklisted you, they blacklisted you in their church. You know, can't came against you, you know, treated you like the bottom of their shoe. They intentionally disregard you. They treated you like Joseph's brothers. Worse. Even when they threw you in the pit to die. They did you worse than the Lord. They did you worse than the Pharisees did with Jesus. 10 times worse. Did you worse than Judas. Worse. Y'all. And the pain of it. The pain of it. Because you looked up to them or you trusted them. You trusted them with your life. Trusted them with your children. Trusted them with... You was under them for years and you was loyal to the organization, loyal to that pastor, and to the people, loyal to the church. And your children, y'all, and the whole time, you lost pieces of yourself that only God can help resurrect. Only God can restore it. And when He does, watch out. He already restored. But when it's time you to fully come out, OMG, oh my God. Oh my God. Only God gonna get the credit. The full credit. You know, thank God for your abusers. Thank God for your narcissistic, abusive pastors and spouses. Y'all, thank God for them. You know, let me get off of my daggone eyes. My eyes is just, yeah, but that quote that Vanessa Williams said, the best revenge is success. Man, it's not what she said, it's how she said it. In that I wish I could pull that documentary up. Y'all, that's the best comeback. That's the best slap. That's the best payback. Because for like that, they say, oh, they feel like you ain't gonna never be nobody. You ain't gonna never amount to nothing. You ain't nobody. You wasn't nothing to them. Yeah, but you something to God. You somebody to God, ain't you? Ain't you? Mm. Let me get off of here. My daggone eye, the corner, it's been itching, and and putting their makeup and stuff. It don't do nothing, but I don't know. It's causing my face to break out. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that message bless y'all, cause yeah, that is real. Church hurt is real. Church abuse is real. It's not the building, it's the people. The people that you're being hurt by. Spiritual abuse is no joke. It's no joke. That's worse than physical. And you can't go to no therapist. Going to a therapist, that's not going to deal with with spiritual abuse. They ain't going to deal with that. Some things you gotta go in your prayer closet and go in your word and go straight to the Holy Ghost when you battling spiritual beasts. Like what David did, he encouraged himself in the Lord. You you gotta go directly to the throne of grace. Go directly to God about it. That's the thing. When Jesus was on the cross and the curtain tore, and the curtain in the temple tore from top to bottom, we can come boldly to the throne of grace. Come boldly to the throne. And His grace and mercy is there in a time of need. Lord knows when you dealing with pastors like that, and you be or dealing with spouses or dealing with people like that, y'all, you be like, you know the sting of it. The sting of it, the hurt, the pain of it. That's like what Joseph's brothers did. They went and they took the coat off of him, and they lied to Jacob and said that he was killed. And you imagine that all them years that Jacob thought that Joseph was killed. What kind of that's past jealousy. That's past envy. That's past jealousy. Y'all, that's how these preachers do you. They'll go and they will throw you in the pit, and they will tell they go back to their demons that they serving, or whatever that they idolizing. Or say, yeah, we done killed her. We done killed him. We done killed him and her. We done did our job. We done killed her. And they put that false report out there, leave you for dead, put you in the pit, come again, they want the whole community, want the church. Hey, they in rebellion. They not following me, or they this and that. You know, they did. They good as dead. They gone. They a lost cause. In the meantime, the whole time while they doing that campaign, they smear campaign on you the whole time, and you done had God dealing with you, using you. They done over God using you, and then boom, voila. Then you be the one that they gonna have to come to. Just like Joe, they gonna have to, all of them, the church, the pastor, all of them. You like Joe, they gonna be the ones that you gonna be so blessed, so wealthy, so blessed internationally, overnight. You gonna be next in command, next in command, next to the king, spiritually and naturally. Be careful how you treat God's chosen people. Be, counting them out and disregarding them and treating them like dirt. God gonna flip that script around, and you gonna need them. Need them through the desert. Just like my son's father had that dream years ago. They saw the pastor in he saw him, and he saw him down and out, and I was like, Henry, that must be his spirit, because he got money. And that's when Henry worked at Mercy Hospital. And he said, no, Chris, I seen him, and he looked sad, and he looked like a homeless person. I said, no. That gotta be, no, that gotta be his spirit. Because there ain't no way in the world. But you know what? That dream that he had, and dream that my son's father had, and how the pastor didn't follow up with him, didn't check up with him, and overlooked at him too. Baptized him back in 2012, but disregarded him like he did me. Yeah. Won't he do it? God will do it. Flip it around. The ones, all the ones that they intentionally overlooked, intentionally threw in the pit. Intentionally, spiritually abused, emotionally, spiritually. Wasn't, the whole thing. You ain't gotta keep going, talking about, he wasn't there when I was in the hospital. He wasn't there for my kid. He wasn't there when so-and-so died. They know that. They know that. You ain't got to keep talking about he wasn't it, he wasn't it. Okay. And you act like God don't know. God don't hear your cry. He heard it the first time. He was there. Don't act, you act like God God ain't going to defend you for that. Just because you don't see how God is dealing with that person. You don't see God spanking them or dealing with them in private, and you want revenge. You want to see it. You want to see it. Oh, I want to see it because they hurt me. You know what? You better thank God that He's not allowing you to see them being punished. You know, your type of going through and your calling, reason why He did what you is so that you don't be like them. Your discipline and your way of going through is different. Your calling is different from these. Just like David and Saul. Y'all, y'all talk completely different. Com- completely different. Let me get off here. I'm tired. I gotta get me some rest. Get me some rest because my head been hurting. My head been hurting. All right, be blessed.